can't be free. Everybody wanna judge, say I'm a thug, I'm a player, I'm a simple, why I can't be me? When I walk up in the store, all the Karens get to staring at me. Put my heart in my music, it's still on my sleeve. Everybody been portrayed.
So fam, what's the word? It's your boy Spiritual Trey, and it is now episode 33 of the Soulful Thoughts blog. And today we gonna be talking about the 9 steps to forming a healthy relationship. Now I know a lot of y'all, when y'all think about, forming some type of healthy relationship, you thinking about you and another person, right? But that's y'all problem, man. That's a lot of our problem. The fact that we in such a rush to try to learn how to build a relationship with someone else, and a lot of the times we don't focus on building a healthy relationship with ourselves. So today we're gonna be talking about the 9 steps to building a healthy relationship with your damn self. Now let's dive right into it. First things first, just like when you are dealing with another person, what's the first thing you must do when forming a relationship? You must get to know that person that you're trying to form that bond with, right? Since today we talking about building bonds with ourselves, the first thing you must do, step 1, is getting to know yourself. And how do we get to know ourselves? How should we go about getting to know ourselves? Well, you got to start off with your roots. You must first start off by observing, reconstructing, and releasing your past demons. Shadow work. Shadow work is the first step to building a successful, healthy relationship with yourself. Nowadays, it's so easy to keep our mind busy, right? We got responsibilities we got to take care of. We got work to get to. Some of us got kids to tend to. You might go to work. Your mind the whole day is focused on your work. You might get off work, then have to focus on kids or focus on cleaning your house, with certain responsibilities or whatever. And then even after that, you want your entertainment, right? We all need our entertainment. Sit down, watch some sports, watch some TV, whatever, watch a movie or something. So the whole day, it's so easy for us to keep our mind busy, and we never really think to just sit down and analyze the way we were brought up. Analyze some of the things that might be causing our triggers. Analyze certain traumas that might be holding us back still in the present day. You feel me? So it's very important that you guys find time to, whether you just sitting there smoking a blunt, sitting there just drinking a drink, or just sitting there in a meditative state. Before you get into that meditative state, it's very important that we start just analyzing the way we came up, trying to find the source of our insecurities, trying to find the source of why our perception of life is the way it is. Even if you don't have any deep traumatic traumas, like even if you weren't abused or anything crazy like that, I'm pretty sure you can find some flaws in the way your parents raised you. Because, none of our parents are perfect, even if they had the best intentions. Even the best parents got their certain flaws, right? They might have overspoiled you to the point where you got some spoiled brat tendencies and your values and your morals are all fucked up. But it's up to you guys. It's impossible for me to find out for you guys. It's up to you guys to know how to analyze the way you were brought up, analyze certain things you've been through, and find the source of your triggers and your insecurities. That's the first step to building a healthy relationship with yourself. Now, what's step 2? Step 2 to building a healthy relationship with yourself is perception control. Once you find the source of your insecurities, the source of your traumas, you want to construct your perception. Now, this is where it gets tricky, right? Because a lot of the times, it's a real reason why we don't want to sit down and think about all of the shit that might be causing the flaws that we have today. A lot of the times, the reason for these flaws, these triggers that we have, are some true traumatic events that we've been through. A lot of people been abused as kids, whether sexually or physically abused, violently abused, whatever, it's a lot of shit that we've all been through growing up, right? So when these memories are obviously sensitive memories, anytime we think about them, our heart start to get heavy, and we immediately want to run away from that space within our mind, right? It's like that space in our mind is a forbidden space. All those bad memories are spaces in our mind that we try our best to stay away from, just because we don't want the emotional repercussions that's gonna come from thinking about these past situations, right? Right. But listen, y'all, the only way we can actually defeat these demons is by facing them. I'm sorry, it's no other way. We just gotta face this shit, right? So this is how you do it. When you think about certain traumatic moments, certain bad memories, certain people you lost, negative emotional reactions will happen. And there's no way you're gonna stop that. Your heart's gonna get heavy. You might feel the need to cry. You might get upset, get angry, whatever it is. The key to it, though, is to try to release that emotion. If you do feel the need to cry, go ahead and let that shit out. It's very important that you guys do this. If you angry and you feel the need to toss some shit around, do that. Don't break nothing valuable, of course. But if you need to, like, don't hurt your hand and punch a wall on no dumb shit. But if you need to do some things that'll help release your anger, throw some boxes around your house or whatever, do something. Do what you gotta do. But you guys must find a way to release the emotion that causes you to usually run away from these memories. So after you do that, what usually happens after you cry or after you have a fit of rage? What usually happens? It's usually that calmness afterwards, right? Like after you get done crying your eyes out, that little rejuvenated feeling we feel? Or after you just got done cursing somebody out or just got done fighting, you feel that calm, that real peaceful Zen mode, don't you? It's like you let all your energy out. You don't got no more tears to cry. You don't got no more punches to throw. It's like you just not defeated, but you just super light, super calm at that point, right? That's the moment where it's time to start reconstructing the perception of whatever just caused you to release that emotion. Like, for example, if you're a person who's been abused, right? And I know this is a sensitive subject, but I really want to attack the most extreme case scenarios to show y'all no matter how fucked up of something you've been through, you can get past that shit. So let's say you have a shadow work session, right? Where you sit down and you think about the person who may have victimized you in the past. You start to get very emotional. Your heart gets heavy and you just start crying your eyes out. Do not try to stop. Make sure you do this alone so you don't even feel the need to stop. Don't be around no kids, or obviously don't be around nobody else that's gonna make you feel the pressure to stop crying. Release all these tears that you have built up. Eventually, listen, you might cry your eyes out for a whole hour, but eventually it's gonna come that time where you don't have no more tears to cry. Momentarily, it's just a moment. You're not gonna have no more tears to cry out, and you're just gonna be sitting there almost feeling a little better. That's when you start adding logic to the situation, because you've released the emotion. You've released your femininity. It's time to add some masculine energy in that situation. And think about it from a more logical standpoint. That person who abused you, they tried to victimize you. They tried to take all your power away from you. Them motherfuckers tried to kill you mentally and spiritually in that moment. Are you really gonna let them do that? Are you really gonna let some slimy, dirty motherfucker, whether they family or not, take your power from you and end your life? Because most times, it's sad to say, I said this in my Thugging It Out video, most times the person who gets abused, it's like they lose their life in that moment. Their mind gets trapped inside of the trauma that came from that moment, and they never really can move on from it. Are you really gonna let that happen to you? You gonna let your life end at that early of an age? Or are you gonna realize that, hey, I'm one of the strongest fucking spirits this universe has to offer for me to even be put in a situation that I have to overcome that's that extreme? A motherfucker tried to take my power when I was too young to even realize I even had any power. Am I really gonna let that shit slide? Or am I gonna go out here, do everything I want to set out to do, become the person I want to be, and shit on that motherfucker, whether they still alive or not? I'm shitting on everyone who tried to take my power away from me, especially in a violent, abusive type of way. I'm gonna show that motherfucker that you didn't do nothing but create a monster, nigga. In a positive way, though. Because I'm gonna use what you did to me to uplift others. I swear, y'all, the people I look up to the most on this planet is the people that's been through traumatic situations, and they use those situations to uplift people instead of putting people through the same shit they've been through. Them are the most, them the biggest role models on this fucking planet. You can be one of those if you choose to be. Remember, your perception is what shapes your reality. So if you view yourself as a victim, you're going to continue to attract situations where you become the victim. You lose your job unfairly. Someone breaks up with you unfairly, cheats on you unfairly. You're going to always be the victim if that's how you view yourself. So it's up to you how you want your world to be. Shape it up. The second step to forming a healthy relationship with yourself is perception control. The first two steps are the most important ones: shadow work and perception control. Now let's move on. What's step number 3? Step number 3 is to accept whatever bed that you have made. Now, a lot of us, we put ourselves in some tough situations, right? We were young and naive at one point. We made certain decisions that we still having to live with to this day. Like some of us had kids at an early age, put responsibilities on ourselves that we wasn't prepared for. Might have, brought a car that we really couldn't afford. Now the note is at a price that we really can't afford. Whatever the case scenario might be, the third step to actually loving yourself is you have to find a way to accept whatever bed that you've made. This kind of ties into the second step too, perception control. If you continue to look at your situation as if you're some type of victim within it, like I say, you're just gonna keep on attracting that type of situation into your life. This is a tough part of the process, y'all. No bullshit, because this is where you just have to really accept the medicine that you gotta take. You gotta accept the consequences for not listening to your parents, for not listening to your own self. Sometimes it's not even your fault. You might have to just accept some generational curses that's been placed upon you. Maybe your parents were terrible parents growing up, so you didn't have any real guidance. And that led you to making the decision that now has you as a single mom with 3 kids, a single dad with 3 kids. You just have to accept the fact that you made that bed for yourself and try your best to find some type of peace and sanity within it by, patting yourself on the back. The fact that you are a superman, the fact that you are a superwoman enough to be raising your kids by yourself. Take pride in trying your best to give your kids the best life they live. And, try your best to get in a position to where you can pay for assistance like a daycare to where you can get some time to yourself. Now, the key to accepting the bed that you've made is by not allowing yourself to become complacent in whatever cycle that you're in. If the job that you work in is not a good enough job to be able to raise your kids and pay for assistance with watching your kids so you can have time for yourself, obviously that job not good enough, right? So you got to go find a better career, a higher paying job. You should be applying for better jobs every single fucking day till you find one that can change your life, that can pay you enough to where you can pay for somebody to watch your kids while you at work. You feel me? Don't let your situation defeat you. Take control and defeat that situation and accept whatever bed that you've made and however hard that you've made it to get to the point that you want to get to in life. Now, step 4. And I'm kind of finna speed this video up, guys, because I got to get to work. Step 4 is to organize your life. I spoke about this in the 9 Steps to Depression video, so I'm not going to spend too much long on this topic. But yeah, y'all remember me saying all you got to do is set timers for all the things that you want to get done. If you want to start working out, you want to start eating healthier, you want to start doing meditation and yoga every morning, start setting timers for these type of things. Organize your life with timers if that's what you need. Now, step 5. Step 5 is to leave your comfort zone. I spoke about this in the anxiety video. You must leave your comfort zone and get out here and experience life, man. Experience new things. You won't know your capabilities until you put yourself to the test. So apply for jobs, even if you think you're not qualified for them. You know, go on trips, go on dates to places you've never been. Just experience life, man. And challenge yourself, challenge your adaptability skills. Get your ass out your comfort zone. Go find who you are. You're not even gonna find your purpose in life until you actually get out your comfort zone that you've been in since you were a child. Experience life. That's step 5. Now step 6. Step 6 is to either get more selfish or get more selfless to achieve balance. Because what do? Some of us either get too selfless because maybe we got a lot of Cancer energy in our chart. You feel me? Maybe we just grew up in a situation to where we had to be the head of the household at a younger age, and we start putting other people before us. To a certain degree, that's fine, but it's very important that you limit that shit. You feel me? Because you'll end up living your life for everyone else and forget to live life for you too. You feel me? So I don't give a damn what situation your family in, how much they need you. Yeah, you want to come through it for your family if you need to, but don't forget to put your damn self first too. You don't sacrifice your life so other people can be happy. At least not to a certain degree, unless they your kids or something. You feel me? Unless you really created that situation for yourself by having kids, you do not sacrifice your life for others. What you do is you get yourself to a position to where it's enough room for you to sacrifice free time to help others. And if people can't understand you know, focusing on yourself, maybe separating from them for a while, maybe not helping them for a while to get yourself to a better plateau, they really don't deserve to get your help. To be honest, they don't deserve your help. Let them motherfuckers drown in whatever bed that they created, whatever water that they poured. You feel me? So be more selfish if you have to. And if you are already selfish, maybe you need to be a little more selfless. Because a lot of motherfuckers too focused on themselves to the point where you won't never be able to build a good relationship with no one else. You too self-centered. You feel me? And you damn sure can't be. I know you think you being selfish is helping your relationship with yourself. But remember, we all should be striving to find our soul tribe. You will never be able to make it in this world by yourself forever. Maybe financially, yeah, but it's going to be other areas of life you always going to need other people, right? So don't forget to balance that energy out, man. If you know you're a selfish person, balance it out with a little selflessness. If you know you're selfless, balance it out with a little selfishness. Now, step 7. Step 7, I kind of already talked about in step 3. Step 7 is to stop settling. Stop settling for whatever life you have now. Go for the life you want. Y'all know I don't got to stay too long on that one. Step 8 is to find side passions. You know, side hobbies to be passionate about. Everyone thinks that finding your purpose is some type of big career that you have to go after. Nah, there's plenty of people who got purposes that they not making money off of. You might like writing music and you just haven't signed that big deal yet. That don't mean you can't enjoy writing music, right? Creating music can still be a great hobby for you. Even if you don't make it, man, imagine how great it'll feel with your kids being able to listen to your mixtape, listen to your album, watch your music video, watch your YouTube video. You know, find you some type of side hobbies to be passionate about, because that'll help take your stress away from, that'll help take your focus away from the stresses of life. You understand? So yeah, I don't gotta spend too long on that. Y'all smart, man. Step 9 is to date your damn self. Before we can worry about dating anybody else, you need to start dating yourself. You know, make love to yourself. I'm not saying masturbate. But you feel me? Start taking yourself out on dates. Take yourself out to eat. to a nice little place, get you some steak or something. Take yourself out to bowling. Take yourself out to Top Golf. Hell, take yourself on a trip. Love on yourself. Once you do that, you're gonna be able to love on somebody else without creating too much of a dependency. And we all want that, right? Well, we all should want that. You can't be too codependent on another person. The only way to not be too codependent on another person is to have that dependency and love for yourself first. You feel me? So put yourself first by dating yourself first. You feel me? And those are the 9 steps to building a healthy relationship with yourself. It's your boy Spiritual Trey signing out. I appreciate y'all tuning in, family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, remember, you are not your mind. You are the mind that created you. You are the spirit that created your mind. Don't be so much in a rush to find love without finding love within yourself first. You feel me? Trey Montana, aka Spiritual Trey, signing out. Love you, family.
Feel no evil, see no evil but peep it. I don't aim for the stars, I want leeches. And the snakes born, I'ma kill the whole species. Rest in peace to all the peaceful preaching. The youngest wildin', but they say they evil, that's kinda reaching. Who really controlling the way you thinking? Find the truth.